InSight lander is dying. The very planet it was sent to study is slowly bringing about its end. For 4 years, this small machine has endured a relentless struggle on the surface of Mars. It hammered into the soil, listened to the planet's hidden tremors, and fought to reveal secrets buried deep beneath the red crust. Yet from the very beginning, Mars pushed back, cloaking its enemy with an endless quiet weapon dust. Still, InSight did not leave quietly. Before its power faded, it transformed our understanding of the red planet. It has given us answers about Mars's interior, its past, and even about the solar system as a whole. So as we look back on this extraordinary mission, let's uncover what InSight achieved, the battles it fought, and the legacy it leaves behind. And perhaps, like any good story, its final messages to us may prove to be the most important of all. InSight touched down on Mars on November 26, 2018. Its mission was ambitious: to probe the planet's inner structure, something never attempted before. By doing so, scientists hoped to better understand not just Mars itself, but all the rocky planets, including Earth. The lander carried 2 primary tools. The first was a sensitive seismograph called SEES, designed to detect tiny vibrations from marsquakes or meteorite impacts. The second was a heat flow probe known as the mole, built to burrow several meters underground and measure heat escaping from the interior. If successful, these instruments could help scientists reconstruct Mars's history going back billions of years. Imagine being able to trace how Mars formed and what that might tell us about how Earth and life itself came to be. But Mars would not give up its secrets so easily. Before triumphs came setbacks, and before discoveries came failures. And the first real defeat came quickly with the mole. The mole was designed to hammer its way 3 to 5 meters beneath the surface. On Earth in test soils it worked beautifully. On Mars, however, things were different. The soil was tougher, clumpier, and far less cooperative. The mole barely got below the surface before it stalled. For more than 2 years, engineers tried clever fixes. They used the lander's robotic arm to press on the mole, to push soil into the hole, to give it traction. But nothing worked. In early 2021, NASA had to admit defeat. The mole would never fulfill its purpose. This left SEIS, the seismograph, as the main way to peer beneath the surface. It became InSight's ear, listening for the faint rumblings of marsquakes. And here's where things became fascinating. Every time a quake rippled through, the planet waves bounced off the boundaries of Mars's crust mantle and core. These echoes, faint though they were, carried precious clues. By measuring the delays and magnitudes of the echoes, scientists could begin to piece together a map of the red planet's interior. Still, InSight faced a race against time, because while it was listening, a much greater threat was slowly stealing its life away. From the very start, scientists knew InSight's greatest enemy might be something deceptively simple: dust. The lander was equipped with 2 large solar panels, enough to power the mission for at least 2 years. But Mars is a dusty world, and its thin winds can carry fine grains across vast plains. Over time, that dust settled onto the panels, cutting power output dramatically. At first, InSight could generate about 5,000 watt-hours per Martian day. 4 years later, that number dropped to only 500 watt-hours, barely enough to keep basic instruments alive, let alone heaters. And the heaters were vital. Without them, temperatures plunging to 70 centigrade during the night could freeze and shatter components. You might wonder, why didn't NASA simply add brushes or fans to clean the panels? The answer is weight and complexity. Instead, they gambled on Martian winds. Whirlwinds, or dust devils, had been seen cleaning solar panels on the Spirit and Opportunity rovers. Perhaps the same would save InSight. But luck was not on its side. While dust devils did pass by, they never came close enough to help. InSight began shutting down instruments, conserving what little power remained. Its time was running short. Yet just as all seemed lost, scientists came up with a daring idea. In June 2021, engineers tried something that sounded counterintuitive. If wind alone wouldn't blow the dust away, what if they added more dust? Using InSight's robotic arm, they scooped up sand from the Martian surface and let it trickle onto the panels while the wind was blowing. As the grains skidded across the panels, they knocked other particles loose. Amazingly, it worked. This unusual trick gave InSight an extra 30 watt-hours of energy per day. Not much, but just enough to keep the mission alive through another summer and beyond. That small extension proved crucial, because during its extra time, InSight detected the largest marsquake ever recorded, a magnitude 5. Without that extension, this moment of clarity would have been missed. In total, InSight detected more than 300 marsquakes. Most were faint, but together they painted a picture of Mars's hidden depths. And thanks to that persistence, we gained answers we had never before imagined. So what did we learn from InSight's 4 years on Mars first? It confirmed that Mars, like Earth, has a crust mantle and core, but the details were surprising. The crust turned out to be thinner than expected, just 20 to 37 kilometers thick, with 2 or 3 sublayers. Earth's crust, by comparison, can be more than 70 kilometers thick. The mantle beneath the crust was cooler than predicted and extended down about 560 kilometers, and the core larger than expected, with a radius of about 830 kilometers. But here's the twist: it was less dense than anticipated. That means it isn't just iron and nickel like Earth's core. Instead, it must also contain lighter elements such as carbon, oxygen, sulfur, and hydrogen. Why does this matter? Because these lighter elements lower the melting point, helping the Martian core remain molten even today. This discovery also sheds light on Mars's history. Billions of years ago, its molten core generated a strong magnetic field. Rocks across the Martian surface still carry traces of this magnetism. But over time, as the planet cooled, the dynamo effect slowed and finally ceased. Without a protective magnetic field, the atmosphere thinned, the climate changed, and Mars became the barren world we see today. InSight's data helps us pinpoint when this might have happened, and in turn, it hints at when conditions may have been most favourable for life. If life ever had a chance on Mars, the clues are written into the planet's ancient interior. Of course, science rarely delivers all the answers at once. For every mystery solved, new questions arise. Take Tharsis home to Olympus Mons, the largest volcano in the solar system. This region has remained volcanically active for billions of years, but without plate tectonics, how is this possible? Scientists once thought a lower mantle plume was feeding the hotspot, but InSight's data suggests Mars doesn't have a distinct lower mantle at all. So what is driving this volcanic activity? That question remains unsolved, and it's only one example. InSight's discoveries have disproved old models, leaving researchers to create new ones. This is the beauty of exploration. We learn, we adapt, and we push further. As InSight powers down its panels blanketed in dust, it leaves behind a legacy far larger than its small frame. It confirmed Mars's layered structure captured the rumble of more than 1,000 quakes and opened a window into the planet's hidden heart. For decades to come, scientists will continue analysing its data, listening to the echoes it recorded. Long after its voice is silent, we will still be learning from the work it accomplished. You could say Mars fought hard to keep its secrets, but in the end, InSight won. Looking at Mars also makes us reflect on Earth. Mars lost its magnetic field, its atmosphere, and eventually its chance for habitability. Here on Earth, we face challenges of our own, most pressing of all, climate change. Unlike Mars, we still have the ability to protect our world. If you'd like to explore more about InSight, check out our playlist here on Cosmic Compass, where we dive deeper into the mission's milestones. And if you enjoy these explorations, consider supporting us so we can keep bringing the universe closer to you. InSight may rest now, but its discoveries continue to shine a light on the red planet and on our place within the solar system. Until next time, let's keep exploring together.